Hello students, you are welcome to our tutorial on subtraction of binary numbers. Subtraction of binary numbers. Now when we talk about binary numbers, what do we mean? Binary number means what? Talking about numbers in base 2. Or you can also say it means counting number in groups of 2. And as you can see, we have a particular example on the screen that says 11001 to the base of 2. You will notice something there, that out of all the numbers that we have there, there's no one that is up to the base. So anytime you are considering a number in a particular base, all the numbers that you must have must not be up to the base. That is why we have 1 and 0 here. No number like 2 here, because that's our base. So we have another example, and then we have another example here. There is a particular thing that you need to note under this particular subtraction of binary number. And that important point is when you borrow 1 under binary, it automatically turns to 2. It automatically turns to 2 when you borrow 1. So with all this information that I have gotten about binary numbers, let's take some examples and see how we can subtract one binary number from other. So the first example that we have here says find the value of 111 base of 2 minus 10 to the base of 2. So the next thing that we need to do is to write out this number. We have 1, 1, 1 here. We have to put the second one under it. We have base of 2, 0 and 1. Put minus here and we put the base. We have to draw a line, 2 lines here. So we have to start. So let's start now. So if you are starting a question like this, you have to start from your right side. Start here. And what are we going to do? We say 1 minus 0. Answer is going to be 1. Put it here. So we leave this place and we move to the next column. And what do we have in the next column? We have 1 minus 1. And that is going to give us 0. So we write our 0 here. So we leave the column and we move to the last column here. And on this last column here, what we have there is only 1. We don't have any other thing now. So if we say 1 minus nothing, that's going to be 1. And we write our 1. And the next thing that you need to do is to put your base. And that is the answer. This particular question. Let's take another example. The other example says we should find the value of this number on the screen. And what we need to do here also is to write out the numbers first. Let's arrange them. So we have 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. And under it, we have to put this 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's put the sign, the base, we draw our 2 lines. So now we need to start calculating this now. So don't forget what I said the other time, that you have to start from the right side. Start from here. And then what do we have now? We have 1 minus 1. That gives us 0. We leave that column and we move to the next column. Also there we have 1 minus 1, which is 0 also. So we move to the next column. We have 1 minus 1 also. That is 0. So we move to the next column. So when we get to this column now, we have 0 minus 1. Because you must call the number at the top first, or down 1. That's why we said 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is not possible. So you have to come to the neighboring number here, borrow. And when you borrow down 1 there, you borrow it to where you have 0. And don't forget what I told us before, that when you borrow 1 under binary, it automatically turns to 2, and you're going to put 2 here with 0. So where you borrow from, what will be left there? There will be nothing. So you can replace that place with 0. And then you move on by saying 2 minus 1, and that is 1. So you move on to the next column, and what do you have there? You have 0 minus nothing, and that is 0. So if you like, you may put the 0 there. If you like, don't put it there because it doesn't change anything. So but don't forget to put your base. And this is the answer to this particular question. Let's take another example here. So this particular one now is also different from previous examples that we have been looking at. Let's get started by arranging the numbers. We have 1, 0, 1, 1. Then we have 1, 1, 1. Let's put the sign and we put the base. Let us draw our 2 lines. And now, let's not forget where we used to start from. We must start from our right side. And then we get started with that. So 1 minus 1, that gives us 0. So we have to put our 0 here. So move to the next column. So we have 0 minus 1. That is not possible. So we have to come to the neighboring number here. The next number to hit. And we borrow it. So 1 is there, we can borrow that 1. This place where we have 0. And don't forget, when you borrow 1, turns to 2. So we bring down the 2. And nothing is left where we borrow from. So we have to replace that place with 0. So we come back here and we say 2 minus 1, that is 1. So we put our 1 there. And that disappears. So we'll come back to this column. So what we have there also is what? Is 0 minus 1. Because we already borrowed the 1 that was there before. So 0 minus 1 also is not possible. We have to go to the neighboring number, the number that is next to it. We go and borrow that 1 too. So when we borrow that 1, we put it here. And automatically turns to 2. And what will be left where we borrow from? There will be nothing. So we can replace that with 0. Then we have 2 minus 1. And that's going to be 1. So we'll move on to the last column here now. So we have only 0 there. And the 0 minus nothing is still 0. So if you like, you can put that 0 there. If you like, you may not put it there. So because it doesn't change anything. So I want to put the 0 there. And then we are going to put our base. And that is the answer to this particular example also. So now for you to test yourself whether you have gotten everything that I've taught you under this particular topic, I have some questions here with their respective answers. So take out your time to try them out and see if you are going to arrive at those answers. Thank you for watching First Step Educational Services. Please don't forget to subscribe and share loved ones. And if you have any question for us, you can send it through our email address and our WhatsApp number that is shown on the screen. See you in our next lecture. Bye for now.